My name's Crystal Santana. That's my stage name. My real name is Christiane Gonzalez, but I use Crystal Santana when I'm belly dancing. I belly dance all around the southeast of London. I'm 28 years old.
Were you born in England?
I was, yeah.
Yeah.
My mother's English, my father's from Gran Canaria, but I didn't actually visit my family in Gran Canaria till I was 16 years old.
Do they like to dance a lot over there as well? Do you think it's in your blood?
I do think so as well, because it's obviously it's a Spanish island, but it's not got so much of the Spanish influences. They don't actually necessarily associate themselves so much with Spain, because it's just off the coast of North Africa, and you do see a lot more of the Arabic influence with the Canarian people.
So, like, how did you start then?
Well, it wasn't just a snap thing. I mean, actually, it was when I first went to live in Gran Canaria that I first started dancing. It wasn't belly dancing, but I thought everyone was doing the same jobs. It was a tourist destination and everyone was doing the promoting and working in the bars, and there was so much competition. I thought to myself, what can I do that not everyone else can do? And I thought to myself, I'm a pretty good dancer.
Yeah.
I thought, I'm quite a good dancer. I love belly dancing, and I went to Morocco and I did a few classes over there just as part of my holiday. And everyone was going, wow, you're amazing, you're better than the teacher. And even the teacher come up to me and she's like, normally I would be better. It's just I was just doing this because, the other people aren't professional like you and me. And I was like, that was my first class. And I loved it so much. And I was just like, I've always been interested in the culture. And I mean, Jasmine was my favourite growing up. I always wanted to be Jasmine. And I just thought, I could do this. I think I actually could do this as a job. And I enjoyed, it just brought something out in me, and I really, it inspired me. And I went back to England and looked for classes, and it went to my favour so well. I found some classes and I thought to myself, I'm not going along like this is a class, I'm going along like it's an interview. And I went to a class and I put my hair extensions in, had my makeup all done, and then, normally you're a little bit shy when you're in the class. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I was like,
Better than you.
And do you know what? At the end of the class, the teacher said to me, she said, are you interested in being professional?
Wow.
She said, I need a girl to cover me sometimes when I get extra gigs and stuff. And I was like, yeah. And she took me out. We went out to a salsa club, actually. We went to a salsa club that night. We became friends. And she just gave me one-to-one private classes. A Turkish girl who ended up being my flatmate for the next couple of years. And she trained me up. I then moved to Morocco for a little while. And I learned a lot over there as well, whilst I was over there. Come back, and she had retired and she gave me all her gigs. And little bit by little bit, I started building up a reputation. And I know how lucky I was. I was really lucky. But then at the same time, I think it's believing in yourself.
So how many costumes have you got?
I've got a lot of costumes. I don't even know how many costumes I've got, to be honest. Because you can mix and match them as well. So it depends how you count it. But maybe 40, 50.
Wow.
40, 50? I haven't got them all here either. 50. I've got some dotted around.
I was about to say, how do you fit it all in your wardrobe?
There's not really enough space here. I've got some here in my room, my little room. I've got some at my nan's house. I've got some back at my mum's house in Maidstone, because my mum makes them as well, actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she makes me, because they're very expensive. I wouldn't be able to afford to have all of them. If not, a lot of them are £500 a costume for the good ones. Yeah.
And where do you get them from anyway?
You can get them all over the place. You can get them eBay. You can get them direct from the actual person who makes them. A lot of mine are secondhand because they are so expensive. But even secondhand, it's £200 for a costume. Yeah. For a nice one. I think my absolute cheapest was £70. And then I think my most expensive was £280. But you have to. Yeah. You have to have the good costumes, because that's what it's about. Imagine if you was wearing the same costume every time. It might look nice, but it's boring. That's what people like. They want to see the sparkle and the glamour of it all. It's not just about you. It's a whole look.
Yeah. It's a a role as well.
Yeah,
isn't
a role,
it?
exactly. It's a role you're playing. Welcome to my humble abode. The main thing is how it makes me feel. I dance differently compared to what I'm wearing. If I'm in something like this, you know, flowy, I might end up doing a little bit more of the hip, sort of because I can feel the skirts going out and it's a bit more of the movement of the skirt. Whereas if I'm in something tighter, maybe more of a mermaid skirt, it'll go out, maybe it'll be more just the hips. It's not about over the top exaggerated movements. So that makes a big difference, what I'm wearing to how I dance. This is more like my Christmas New Year one.
Yeah.
I have like sort of Christmassy ones. I have ones for sort of different times of year. So Christmas I'll have red. Winter maybe I'll go darker colours, more autumnal, maybe sort of the burgundies look nice. And then summer you have to have the bright colours.
That's just like fashion in general, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like fashion. My mum actually made this one. This one's a nice one she made. This one, it goes up in the middle. It's the only one I've got where it actually covers a little bit of the belly as well.
Yeah. That's
So, because
creative.
sometimes, you'll go to places and they'll want you to be a little bit more covered up.
Oh, okay.
So that's a nice one to have. Another sparkly one. I love bright colours. All the bright colours. It's like, say this skirt, if I just put a plain white with it, you know, that'll tone it down a little bit so it's not so, you know, out there.
Yeah.
Because it's such a bright colour.
Yeah.
But then I can put the same bright colour with it and be really out there.
Depends on the occasion.
Exactly. This one's beautiful. I love this one. It's more flamenco. It's got the flamenco style about it. And it looks beautiful, but it's really, really... I mean, if you feel the weight in that, it barely stays on the hanger a lot of the time because it's just, all of this is all gems.
How are you dancing in that?
It's a workout. It is a workout. But yeah, it looks so lovely, and obviously with the bra on it as well. But like I say, the bra's all done there.
What colour's the bra? Is it the same pattern?
Exactly
yeah.
the same. Exactly the same.
You could put a black with that or something if you wanted to tone that down slightly as well. Right?
Tone
No?
this one down.
You got
I like this one. I never tone it down. I don't know what I'm going to wear tonight. I haven't decided yet.
There's a lot to ip dip do from.
I do. Or pink. Oh, I fancy bright. Something bright tonight, I think. I do fancy a bright colour.
I don't think there's any room to stuff some socks down there, is
No,
there?
there isn't. I wish there was. We want a little bit more. More is never too much. I'm basically done. All I have to do is take this off.
Yeah.
It's okay, at least people were smiling and stuff and like nice,
Yeah.
but there wasn't the normal reaction that there would be. Normally I would get a lot more, but I think maybe that was my fault. Maybe I wasn't, maybe I was a little bit self-conscious today. I don't really like to big myself up. I've got a bit more humble, I suppose, because there's always room for improvement, no matter what, always. And I'm never really happy with what I've, like I always think, oh, I could have done that, I could have done that. I always want to be improving.
Yeah.
I always want to be improving.
That's a good way to be.
So nothing is ever, I can't imagine the day when it's actually good enough.
ready for you? So please, make a big noise, a huge round of applause for the one and only Danza Crystal!
I was so tired last night, and it was really weird because obviously some of my gigs cancelled and I only end up having 2, but it still feels like a long night because it's the journey there and back and everything as well. I was tired.
So, do you think that's something you would want to do for like the rest of your life?
This is the thing about it. It's sad really because I would love to do it forever until I retire, but obviously there is an age limit to how long you can do it for professionally. I do know dancers that actually still dance like, in their 60s, but it's not the same. It's sad. It's like, oh, I love it so much, but I can't do it forever. So yeah, it'd be no matter what I go into, I don't think it will be a 9 to 5. I don't know when that day is going to come. I think it will be a gradual thing, because I don't think you ever admit to yourself, oh, I'm ready. 'Cause I don't think for yourself you're never ready. That's other people's opinion. Or maybe thinking maybe she's getting a bit old now to be doing it. And I think I'd hate that if I started seeing people looking at me in that way. Just really think it's something that comes from within, and it's nice to nurture your own style of what you want to do when you're dancing, because it is such an expressionate thing, and that's personal things, and you're not happy. I mean, when I split up with my ex-boyfriend, I was devastated. It was horrible, and I still had to go to my shows and put a big smile on. That was difficult, but actually it was only turning up that was difficult. Turning up with a smile on my face and leaving with a smile on my face. When I was dancing, I completely forgot. Then it's not acting anymore, because I'm happy. So it's a really good escape actually. If you do have problems, just dance them away.
I wish I could chuck some money.